And welcome back everyone to MC Hellspawn's stream of FortressCraft Evolved, patch 22 world. Actually, you might have noticed on my walk-in, darn it, that what we are actually in is patch 23, which technically has not been released yet. We are on a nightly build of the patch 23. And so we have some of the new fixes and toys a little early. Not playing with, I actually haven't even noticed any new toys yet. But we do have some of the new fixes. There's a handful in there centered around the freight carts, which is something I was interested in. So I hopped up to the nightly build to try it out for a little while. Seemed to be okay. Stuck with it, and yep. So we're on patch 23. We'll be taking regular backups of this world as DJ updates the patch and changes different things. We'll be making sure we have a backup before we do anything in this damn world now, at least until patch 23 is fully released. So, what else have we been doing besides dealing with patches? Well, we've been turning that whole system on and off. Every time we turn it on, threat goes through the roof. We still don't quite have the missile production that we need, to be quite honest. Last time we set up missiles with stingers, and that just is not sustainable in this way it's set up. You cannot auto-craft stingers from recombined organics. So, and I checked that with on the Discord channel, and sure enough, that is true. You cannot do it automatically. There's no way currently in the game. I did put in a request to get it done. Hopefully, maybe they might add it. I don't know. But until then, there's no way to automate stinger production. So there's really no way to automate armor-piercing missiles, at least. So what I've done is I've bypassed the armor-piercing side of the missile production, and we're simply going to the imbued missiles. So I did that by simply just going in there, taking that conveyor belt right there, and just turning it this way. It still has the overflow feed from the regular missile side if it needs it. But the primary direction will come from the imbued missiles. Right now it looks like I do believe we have plenty of power coming over here for the missiles. We just need to get the... What is your problem? And what I don't believe I have enough set up for these 6 yet. I mean for these 3 yet, which still need to get that done. So maybe we can do that today and get the missile production back up and going. But hopefully what we have here for missiles will do well enough to keep us safe here. We do have kind of a high threat. We're at 12,000, which is a bit higher than I believe my base can handle. But we have been handling it, so apparently I'm wrong. Spiderbot is almost out of power, so we better get him some power. Really gonna have to start setting up an automatic feed over to here. Yep. So, alright, where's the attack coming from this side? I have also gone out to, well, at least 3 of the 4 corners and set up another little mini beacon station out there with some solars. Did 3 wide battery, 3x1 solars, and then completely lined with beacons. Yeah, and that's just to start collecting some of the bug parts that are out this way, ones that are getting destroyed by the missiles and such. So see, there's that one. But yeah, you can see it's really not enough. I really should fill in this hole, cover up this hole so the parts aren't falling down there. Probably the spider bot as well. Yeah, see, there's tons of parts down there. And then probably set up another one of those here. That corner is the only one I have not set up on yet. I guess while I'm here, I should probably hop down here and collect these. I don't want it eating up the frame rate. Get out of here. Right. So, let's see. We've been doing that. We've been working on our our orbital energy transmitter components, working on getting those. We are about 74 away, I think it is, 73 away from what we need. Which right now we're just going to be waiting on refined resin, which again, we're in that loop of can't really defend the base while I'm generating resin. So yeah, you kind of get the idea. But we're getting there. We're really close. Really, really, really close. Just like I said, we need what, about 30 more resin? That's really just one more quick burst of our little setup over there, and it really should give us what we need. I think it should be really close. We've been getting rid of our parts. Coming in here slowly. This is the last of our ruined bug parts, of our big backstock of ruined bug parts. After that, the huge influx of recombined organic matter is going to stop. That's okay. Okay. Since we can't do anything automatically with it anyway, I don't really care, to be quite honest. All right. What else did we do while we were away? So we've been constantly working on tweaking the freight cart system. One thing I did here was I added a second set of depots. So we had depots downstairs all the way down. I was noticing that the carts kept screaming up here after they were done returning to depot, and then that means they'd have to run all the way around, and then as soon as they'd run all the way around, hit the depot would send them back outside. So instead of having the carts do all of that, I set up a second set. It's been working all right, as you see. There's a few using this one. They seem to use both of them okay. I haven't actually asked yet if this is an okay setup, so I really do intend to do that. But for now, it'll work. It has been working. I'm going to go with it. I have been just constantly working on finding different areas to tweak. Like I was just working on this little corner because we get a huge backlog of line of a lot right there. Then sometimes they seem to just keep getting worse by, see, like those two just kind of bumped into each other and slowed each other down. Throwing a turbo track near the intersection seems to help that. They get through the intersection a little quicker with a little bit more zoom. So I've been kind of throwing turbo tracks a lot of different places, really. And just trying to create all sorts of different crossways and different paths for the carts to go back and forth. Another area I had some real difficulties was up here. This took me a little while to get all straightened out. The carts just, we ran into the same situation where they kept getting jammed. At one point, we had 4 directions coming into this one corner, and that was just too much, it seemed. So now what we've got is we've got 2 coming in and 2 going out, and that seems to work well for this. I'm sorry, we didn't have 4. We had 3 coming into the same direction and 1 going out. That was too much. You got it all the way coming over here. So I reversed these 2 lines. I had this one go that way and this one come this way instead, and it's been working out okay. I like it. Keep adding different, like I said, different ways and for the carts to get back and forth between the different areas. And yeah, that's been okay. Then we have little lines like this all of a sudden for seemingly no reason at all. I'm not really sure why. Okay. Be working. Oh, another thing that happened while we were away. Sadly, I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Yep, we lost another time. Yep, I was downstairs. No, I was off in a corner by a hive mind, collecting parts that were all over the ground, and didn't have my headphones on, so I didn't hear that the base was under attack, and much I was going to be able to do about it anyway. But yep, we got overwhelmed, and yeah, we lost our 8th times, but still 8 times, and we're pretty much to the OET to start taking these guys out. Those will probably be close to, well, maybe not. I suppose we don't know what it's going to be like to try and charge the OET, so that could be hard, and we might lose a couple more times trying to figure out how to charge it. But we'll see. We'll see. That's good. The threat was going down, now it's going back up. That's probably because of our missile production. Missiles are using a ton of power, and I'm just talking about putting more power into them, so that's great. But conveyor belts are full. Good. Hoppers are too. They do seem to mostly be. Yep, the number is higher on the plasma imbued, so that's good. It's good. Higher damage is good. Right, Spiderbot, come on back. Get your stuff. What are we doing here? All right, production is up. Good. Oh, wow, you didn't get any of it yet. All right. Put a second one here. Suppose this will probably work. Probably gonna need it anyway. Where we at? 11,000. We've been holding it off, so should be able to make it. What else did we do? We have do anything else here? No, I think so. No. I want to go back. Didn't do too much else. We hooked up these 3 to start storing the blocks. Where that guy's going? What you doing there, buddy? Huh? Why aren't you going anywhere? Let's see, what do you got in you? Got. Can't get in you. Got 2 alloyed machine blocks. Well, why aren't you dumping them in this lovely station here? Yep. What I need to do? Why? Doing it. Alright, well, you're getting shot then. Shot in the face. Cart derailed. I get 2 more blocks for my inventory. Come on, guys. Am I missing a one-way, or is he just on it? That's interesting. Guys, turn around. Come on. Oh, what are we doing here? Okay. Both turning around. This one is... He's really stupid. I really do think I am missing one way. Here we go. Oh, not you, too. Okay. What is going on? Why are you doing that? I have to shoot you too, aren't I? That kind of stinks. You too. You guys were confused. So I did just restart the world. not restart the world, but start up the world. And most cards do seem to get confused when they start up. I'm a little nervous. I hope something didn't go wrong there. So hold on to those. Oh boy. Alright. Back down to 2. Not sure why there's no cards assigned. Oh, because they're assigned here. I wish I knew why I'd assigned them to one side or the other. Okay. So, we set up the blocks. Set up to hold 1,000 of each of the 3 types. Got some more to hold the other types. I need to move this line still. I believe I said it last time. I want to move it to either probably out to here. So I think that'll work better. And it'll allow the mass storages to grow in height. Anything in there? No, we didn't do anything in there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, we had to move our mass storage production, which we're not on anything super big right now. So, I mean, not mass storage, biomass. So, we are probably going to have to do something about that soon. We've just been pretty much babysitting the system and giving it enough time to kind of build up its stock of everything. Problem there too, because the system has been constantly going. Here we go. Gold's not doing too bad. We did end up upgrading to the, I believe those are tier 4 induction, forced inductions. That's the other thing we did. We set up a second gold mine because we have just been using a ton of gold. So yeah, we set up another gold mine, and we have the cargo lift all the way down, and we have the conveyor belt feeding up and over to the bottom of the other one. And the other one's the conveyors, the hoppers right at the smelting area. So now these two have the power feeding into the sides, so we cannot feed them into the other 2 sides. So the only place we're really feeding in here is the middle. Not ideal, but it does work. It's at least giving us a little bit more bonus gold. Doing right. Long. Deal, good deal. One of the other things we did is one of the things we had set up last time, or I set it up on my own, I don't really remember, was our extra pristine bug part processing. Well, we have set up some more macerators and set up a smelting setup for this. Now, I had forced induction on here, and I watched it, and I discovered it really is not going to be worth the extra power. We're not going to be smelting that much over here, not constantly at least. And then we'll be using a lot of power to heat it up every time because it's going to cool down. And so it just really didn't make sense. So I left it with just a regular old smelter with no forced induction on top of it. Basic output hopper. But this is all of the metals that we've been getting from this setup. So again, this is all just the extra bug parts shoved through here, macerated, and from the ores that we get, smelt them up, and this is what we get. Is it gonna make or break the end of the game? No, it's not like we just beat the game because we figured out this trick. But it's a little bonus to kind of push into the inventory, help out a little bit, and get rid of all of the extra garbage that we have. What I haven't figured out yet is exactly how I'm going to get it from here into here. Somewhere I'm going to need a stocking port with no limits set, and I'm just going to have it take everything that we feed it. The only problem is the only place I really have a decent space that I like using would be like here, or way the heck out here, or even possibly on this side. Maybe like here, and that might be where I end up with it, because it's closer. Run a conveyor underneath the whole thing, probably, and over to this guy, and up from the bottom. Suppose I could go on the top, but I'm running power up there, so I probably want to stay away from that idea. So yeah, so we did that as well. And one of the other things we've done is we've started cleaning up. We upgraded this power here. Didn't do much here. Right, still good and full. I haven't done this a little bit because this has just been running. Just been going. And look at all that coal. All that infused coal. And then we have all of... So that's 22,000 infused coal. And 22,000 regular coal. 44,000 coal as a backup to power this base. So it's plenty of space. If I run out, my coal runs out, then I have plenty of space time to go get more. What we have been doing, setting up turbines and tier 4 power cubes up here. So we are fully connected all the way across now for this first row of turbines. Yep. Go, feeding in all of the HECF. See that these 4 are running rather constantly. Right now they're doing the missiles, so they are constantly running. Yeah, draining a little bit too, from what I can see. What we've actually got to work on here. Hot. So what we actually want to work on here is connecting these guys up and allowing the power to share between them all. So really just making these bigger. And what that's going to do is make it so these guys will, in a sense, power these guys as well. And it's not going to be a perfect power transmission. And to be quite honest, now that I'm looking at it, I really want to fill these 3 with another turbine and get some more power generating in this room. But I don't know. We're going to leave it like this for now, and we'll see. But one of the first things I want to do is I want to stack more power cells on top of these, like these guys here. But one thing I want to do is I want to leave a hole open on the top. What we will be putting in there is a tier 3 power storage. And that is just going to sit there to get power from here so we can pull them up through the roof, pull the power up through the roof. I was hoping we could just use the energy grommets like we're supposed to in rooms, but unfortunately it does not seem like the energy grommets can pass power between the tier 4 battery and anything else. They're not seeing it like a normal battery power cell thing. So. Right, and now we're going to spin up and power these guys up. And then we'll do the same thing here. Right one? Nope, it's the wrong one. Put our tier 3 battery in there. And so we'll actually pull the power out of these guys, these tier 4 batteries, via the tier 3 battery, at least on the top. Which should be enough, I think. I mean, the tier 3 batteries hold 5,000. The Mark III laser transmitters, even at full upgrade with the exceptional organic lenses, is 1,200. Did I just lose? Is that my freight carts or freight carts that I derailed, or did I lose more freight carts? Oh, I better run. -4. -4 is down here. I don't want to. Gonna run around. I have the 3 freight carts in my inventory. Oh no, I want those. Give me those back. Put you in there. Did I lose more freight carts? Or is that the 3 that I derailed? Should have been paying attention. I'm gonna have to go down to the frozen caverns, the cold caverns soon, and see what that looks like down there. I'm sure we have plenty of stuff in that inventory. down there. So it's fine. It's fine. No, no, no. Can I go back up, please? Thank you. We'll go back to what we were working on. So I have enough to top off this guy. And unfortunately, this guy really isn't even useful to do this to right now. Because he's overworked. Just draining away, so he's never going to really be able to charge the top one. But, okay, we'll get it set up. Well, what we'll do is we'll go get some more power cells, and we'll start working on connecting these. Question is, how are we going to do the connections? We're really one off here. I guess that's the question, is do I want to shift this all around so we're not? A lot of power to be losing. Or do I want to use... Yeah, see, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. So what I'll need here is I'll need 3 power cells to connect this whole chain together. I think that should work. See what we can do here. I believe we'll have enough. How is our base doing? 1100. Only 4 bosses out there. That's good. That's good. We seem to be holding them better now with this missile setup. No, one more down. Okay, we want our tier 3. Nope, not those. Those. So, want to just take them? Want to? Stuff like this is why base has been going nuts. But we need to progress. Let's go. So we'll need 1, 2, 3. That's 1 battery. 1, 2, 3 is 2 batteries. 1, 2, 3 is 4 batteries. No, I'm sorry, 3 batteries. Okay. Hey. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna break out 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Oh, no. Actually, leave that open because we're gonna need it broken out anyway. Let's do this over here where it's gonna be more useful. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stupid conveyors. Okay. So we'll leave that one open because these batteries are only 3 wide. Right? Okay. We'll be storing a ton of power this way. A ton. I mean, 270,000 each. We'll do the math when we get it all set up. Count the batteries. So there we go. That. Doop. 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 Okay. This guy, now that's going to cause a problem because then they're going to want to share. And what we're going to do here, like so. More places to grab power on the top, which is going to lead into our next project. Be good to have power on the top for our next project. And there we go. Now that should allow power to flow from this one over to this one. There we go. There we go. And then you should start pushing power down to you. Yep. Yep. Alright, balance it out, guys. Balance it out. Good. Awesome. Oh. Desk is making lots of noise as I move around. Sorry about that. So, that does seem to be working. Don't know if we're going to be on a power gain. What are we doing here? Good. Yeah, it looks like we are slowly going up. I think so. I'm seeing bursts of 9,000, 90,000, 89. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, 96. Yeah, I don't know. I think so. So, um, yeah, I suppose soon we can start thinking about getting rid of this completely. As you can see, I've already shortened this up a lot, really to just what was absolutely needed. We replaced up top anything that was shooting up top, and we took out that huge bank of lasers that was just like, I don't know. It was doing its job, of course. It was helping the defense, but it really was the only side that had that, and it was kind of unbalancing that side. So that out. And so what we've been doing is slowly putting in these tier 3 cells here, these Mark 3 power cells, and we can pull power out of them and shoot power around the base. What the heck did I do here? I don't remember doing that. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, actually, I was using that stuff, wasn't I? So yeah, so we'll shoot power around the base that way. So yeah, we're gaining power. We are gaining power. That's a good thing. So I think what I want to do is probably get these two connected. What I don't know is, am I going to have enough power cells to do it? So, highly doubt I have enough power cells over there already. Like, technically. Throw one in there. Okay, so I only have 9 power. Alright. Something has to be broken here. Okay, we're gonna have to pause for a minute because we gotta fix this and not have our machine blocks doing this. Why are they doing that? Try breaking the station. On the craft supply network. Make it so it does blocks. 1,000 in here, done. Did say unnamed mass storage. That's interesting. Art. Buddy. Alright, so alloyed block. Demand side of the supply network. And you seem a little happier. How about you? Try it. What happens? Okay, we have 98. Okay, well, let's go see how many things we can craft on our own then. We do still have a bunch of tier 3s that were in our inventory. Make 25 more tier 3s. 24 more. For a few more things. So then that's 9. Oh, right, yeah. So, and that's my 3 more batteries that I would need to do it again. Alright, let's do it. Right. So, enough alloy blocks to do a few more if I need to. That's okay. And I could always make some, I believe, from the lower tier batteries, I believe. Should be able to. So that's an interesting question. Do I want to just connect these, kind of make it all one nice big power set? Or do I want to connect these and feed more power into this power set? Interesting dilemma. I'm gonna go here. Okay. That is such a dangerous thing to do. If you mess that up, you will end up losing some blocks. What you don't want to do is hit the same block with the build key twice. You will build over your own block. Think that's still a thing at least? Tier 3 block up there. The right one. Structure complete. That's right. Alright. So we've got that. I'm gonna guess we are not gonna make it to do another 3 to this episode. Okay. End up offsetting that. Here. 2 open. Out there either. Have moved this entire setup to kind of make it a nice big brick bank of stuff, but that's okay. I think this will work. I'm not sure if this is better or worse for sharing the power, but it is doing its thing. Okay. So, head on down. See what that left us with. Situation here. So we've got exceptionals in here. We're pushing 1200 power out of this bad boy. Now, how much were we using over there? Sorry, that bugged me. How much was the missile production using? Does anyone remember? I don't. That's why we're running over. Moving along. You guys are using 512 times 3. Okay, so those two are pumping over enough power for 4 of you guys. Right? Only got 3 running. I do have these guys running. I mean, it's minimal stuff here. 8, 8, so yeah. And you're not running anymore. So you're 8. I have some stingers now. Of course you do. Not that many. You've got like 5. Okay, that's not a big deal. Not that worried. Okay. So that's the only reason that's not moving is because of blocks, right? And I should be able to go back down here. See? Go back into the room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out with third transmitter, third laser coming off of this. I also want, before I do that, couple more exceptionals. Go, got a couple exceptionals. 56 is a couple, right? Okay. And of course, right in the middle is empty. That's always the way it is. That's okay. Why do those kill things look really close? About to lose energy from it. That in there. That, I believe, should be enough for that entire setup. Check on this stuff here. How is the base doing? You okay? That is a really high threat. 13 bosses out there. We might have another loss here after all. We weren't going to see another loss until at least charge the OET, but maybe. Haven't lost yet. Holding it off. Spider-Bot has been helping out a lot. Get him, buddy. Shooting two of those guys at once. Suppose we should stop gabbing and get to our stuff here, because that's going to help. Right, so let's get back down on this level. And what we've got here, another one of these guys coming out. I have, okay, plenty. Alright, so then that means that this one's actually going to take over for the second. And so then this guy's going to move over one. Now that will charge up the third battery. And now the third battery will get placed like that. That. And now we should be jamming a ton of power into this, guys. But you're not, because you're not using it yet. So let's get it using it. And for the very first time, remove only, go! And that is 6 warhead imbuers running at the same time. 512 power. That's not going to raise my threat. I don't know what is. My only hope is that it raises it high real quick. Yep, just like that. But I hope it does what it needs to do. Supplies with the poppers and moves on. Shuts down and drops the threat, hopefully. I don't know. Alright, so we've got that done. That's good. So the next thing I wanted to do was work on this defense a little bit. So the way we've got it going now, I just don't think it's going to be sustainable. Powered by bull being fed up here, and I just don't think that that's going to be enough. No, unfortunately, I also don't think it's really going to be enough to do. Kidding, really, that's not centered. That happened. centered. Oh, we will fix that out. Quite sure what. You know what? Well, I had thought about doing it this way. How many? Yep. All right. Then we need a few more tier 3s. What we're going to do is we're just going to put the line of tier 3s right along the top. That way I can pull the power out of that line anywhere I want. What are you doing? Get out of my base. Nope, not there. Be enough to do the area that I'm working on now. Thank you. Boom. Huh. What's up with that? If you place it from outside the room, you can see it, but if you place it from inside the room, it's part of the room? Oh, stupid Spiderbot, stop shooting in the base. Spiderbot, stop. Spiderbot, stop. No, Spiderbot, no. Where are you? Oh my god, Spiderbot. Oh, I'm gonna murder you. Oh, man. How many carts did you just kill there? I've only got one cart? Oh, I guess that means I've got to go downstairs. Yeah, I better go downstairs before that gets fogged up. Kill that damn spider bot. I thought somebody said, and that's one of the things I wanted to move to nightly for. So I thought they said that Spiderbot can't kill him anymore. Oh, I'm gonna have to read up about that one or ask about that one. 'Cause that happened. And I got it on video, so they can't tell me it didn't. Alright, let's go down. Else down here? No, good. No more carts, so they must have gotten picked up by the beacons. Ah, gee, I wonder. But no. Okay, back here. Let's head over to our bug part area. Feed the lift. Got here anything? Feed the lift, the dead bugs. And now that lift will go down. Drop off those stingers. Cart left behind. Back where they belong. Huh. So, metals. Go there. Titanium can go there. Nickel can go there. I don't think these guys are needed over here. Oh, well, how about copper? Copper was needed. Check and get rid of the iron and the gears and coils. Lithium. Oops. Oh, and that one is too. Okay. What about the fuel canisters on the floor? Good, good. All right, got rid of all that. So now let's head up to the teleporters. And actually, how are we doing? Hi. Holding off, right? Oh boy, that's incoming. Be working. Okay, gonna make the break for it. Let's head on down to the cold cavern, see what we can find. Was that quicker? That seemed to be way quicker. Interesting. Why it's not charts. HECF down here? Something carrying HECF? What in the world would have put HECF down here? But I can't really... Sure. You're still, yep, you're still running. Fine. Hmm. Good. Oh, that's a nearly full inventory. Wow, that damn thing shot a lot of stuff off. Very mean. Oh, hello. How are you tonight? Hope everything's well with you. Welcome to FortressCraft Evolved. I'm MC Hellspawn. Alright, so put those carts away. 12 carts that stupid spider bot shot off. And plus the one or two that I caught up here. Great. Alright. So, see what we can do to help out here. We are going to start, I think, with increasing the missile turrets. So I had an idea. Without actually even needing to increase the amount of hoppers that we had involved here. In fact, decreasing. Although, what are you guys doing here? Come on, turrets. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, these guys can't survive this close in. It doesn't look like. Alright. Those imbued missiles, man, they make such a weird noise. Aliens are flying in or something. I don't know. Yeah, these guys here, I think it is. Yeah, 450,000 damage. That's nice. Nice. Alright, so onward to fixing our mess here. So we're going to have to actually, let's do something that's not so active right now, maybe. Let's go do this corner first. So we're gonna end up with a lot of missiles in our inventory. We're not gonna need that one anymore. We will put that back. No, stop that. That's what I wanted. Right? I don't even remember the pattern. We're gonna take that away. And we're going to put a conveyor belt. Of course, it was the way I wanted it. And we're gonna do that. So we will put these guys back. Oh, and I'm dumb. You, get rid of you. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pull 4 missile turrets off of each hopper. Boom. Still have to power the guys. But now we'll essentially, single ones seem to be fine to power them. Those there. I don't really have enough resin to make the organic solar panels just yet. So we'll keep the one organic solar panel side, and let's also save ourselves. That's so hilarious. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put them down beside the batteries, and there we go. We've now doubled the missile firing capabilities of this side. So now let's repeat. And setup going here. If I can do this so I can get rid of a few more missiles than before. Just no matter what I do, I'm going to have a ton of missiles in my inventory. Okay. And we filled it all in with grate over there, so I'll do the same here for now. Put our missile. Nope. Go. And battery goes here. So then they go here. Then organic there. And regular solar there. Next. Go get them. Goodbye. Okay. Will you shoot already? Aiming. Thank you. And that down. Awesome. I'll start off with a full 100 armor piercings. Okay. Turrets down. And one power blocks. Solars. Go. You doing? Still doing all right. Good. You guys don't have anything right now. I don't think I ever noticed that they had a kill indicator on them. Got a kill. That opens, so when I go down, I can break that out. Put that back. Be Skrill. 1, 3, 4. Okay. How'd you get in there? There. There. Good. Now, is that all of them? Oh, awesome. There we go. Okay, so that should help hold them off, although what I don't really know, can I actually keep up with all of that missile production? Don't have anywhere near the backstock of missile production there either, so that's interesting. Alright, so for now, what we're going to do is we're a couple of storage hoppers here. We'll get rid of all the missiles that we have. And if we do run out, it should start pulling from these away. I see you peeking up over the horizon there. Get shot by the missiles, please. Thank you. Alright, so that was step 1 in upgrades to the defenses. Step 2 is going to be a little harder, because what I'm going to try to do is I want to figure out a way to stop actually generating the power here. I'd like to beam in the power. Now, I don't even know really how much power we're generating, how much power we're using. I don't know. I don't know if it's feasible to be beaming in all the power, but we're going to try it. So the idea is we will... what is the idea? Do we want to beam in from underneath? Seems like a halfway decent idea. Beam in from underneath. One solid power beam all along the bottom, maybe, for each of the 3 rungs of this defensive platform. And then shoot up into the turret defense areas along the way. Yeah, that's not a horrible idea. We'll have to rearrange here. Okay. The coal supply lines are gone. We will be able to. Or how we will get the missiles across to the other side yet, but we'll figure that out. All of that can be figured out. Right? Right. Well, I guess we'll see if I'm right. I still don't get that. Okay, so where's the middle? This is the middle. Alright. Still have plenty? Yeah, I've got a bunch. Really? Did I put away the exceptionals? Okay. Leave them for now. Build a concept here, right? Really? Okay. So that's one concept that I've got to think about here. Really kind of want you to go up one more, don't I? Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of frame lag, huh? I really didn't think I should. Gonna have to put more of that in, or maybe when I get rid of some of these conveyors, maybe I'll slow the frame lag down, hopefully. So yeah, that's an interesting question. I actually want it to go up one more, right? Right, so let's go. Really want it to run along the bottom. Boom. Okay. I don't want to do it with batteries. Bad idea. Good. So yeah, so that's where we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do that. That's the biggest of my worries right now. Hey, I was definitely looking up. So then what we'll do here, what are you? Generator, okay. But you, if we put you in there, you're pulling off 320. Say I put you like that. We put that like that. Right? 640 power a second. Is that enough? Kidding me? Is that enough to run this turret system by itself? If I rebuild it. Alright, so what do I have here right now? And if I don't keep falling off of this thing, I'm gonna kill some. Two. Looks like we've got 8 turrets on the top, 3 on each side. Okay. And if you haven't noticed, I have a bunch of turrets in my inventory. And let's start taking this stuff down. We're gonna end up with a ton of coal in our inventory too. That's gonna be fun. I think what we'll also do is probably increase the battery load here. Not even a probably. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to power those guys too, huh? The beacon sets. Okay. All right. Now this one's gonna be a bit odd because he's interrupted by the elevator. Okay. Let's see. Something like so. With that, and that. Be there. And get our turrets on our hotbar. So we'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put a tier 3 on the top there. So now we have another tier 3 in the mix here. And then we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. How does that look? Mystery question is, can we hold that? Can we actually power all of that stuff, or is that just too much for this? Unknown. Unknown. Well, they are shooting. Oh, and yes, we want to get power into this guy here. How do we get our power in? Something like that. Oh no, do that. Gosh, darn it. Really how I wanted to do this, but for now, this will work. Oh, that'll work actually. Going to need another tier 3 battery. Please tell me there's a couple down here. Those. Darn it. Oh, okay, well, they have indeed been filling up. That's good. Build a couple more tier 3 batteries. Yep. 4, And we'll head on back up. So what we actually need to do here, a tier 3 there with the tier 3 transmitter there and extend it on down the line. We just have a little bit of power being pulled off the top there. And what I have is 320 being pushed up, right? Oh, no, it's 640 being pushed up. Oh, yeah. And then power can extend this way as well. Let's see, we'll want this to be a 640, but we want everything up to it to be upgraded to the exceptionals to bring in 1200 or 1100 or whatever it is. Yep, we are so far holding it off. Okay, we aren't though using our missiles. Okay. See how we do here. More we can do. Yep, that's how that's gonna go. We're gonna need more batteries. We're gonna need more. Hey! Why aren't you? Really? You need more than 10 power per second? How about that? Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, I didn't think you guys would use that much. I wonder how much a Falcor beacon uses. Wait. That was enough? That must be because it was really busy charging. I really don't want to have to organic lens that guy. Good. All right. So yeah, that does indeed seem to be working. Still, I wonder what will happen when I leave and reload the game. I wonder if it'll make those part of the room. Gotcha. Alright, well, with the new missiles set up and the new turret set up, I believe we're going to be well on our way. While we're apart from each other here, I'll work on finishing off this line of power storage blocks, going all the way across the building to... Wait, did I not make this symmetrical? How did that happen? Oh, yeah, okay, out here. Right. No. This building does not seem to appear to be symmetrical. Am I off by like a block or two? What's that? That's 2 blocks to the end of that one? Is that what I have going on here? No, I'm gonna have to stop and actually expand this damn building, aren't I? Yeah, see, I'm right up to it here. Alright. That's it. The only way I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna have to actually expand this building over 2 blocks. Which means I have a lot of stuff to rearrange downstairs. That's gonna be fun as heck. Yeah, so that means, okay, so I'm gonna move that over 2 blocks. That means I'll move this wall over 2 blocks to here. It means these conveyors have to move over. All of this feed and output needs to move over. That, I suppose, will be okay. But that's not going to be. It'll lose its pathway. And that's going to need, but that's all part of that same stuff. So then, if this loses its pathway, then I have to debate, do I give it up? Do I push this over a couple? I think at that point I will probably let the pathway go and probably just actually fill it in with more mass storage blocks. No, maybe not. Maybe I will push it over. I'm not really sure. Give me a chance to tweak this area a little bit, make it work better for the final setup that it got. Oh, wow. Am I? Oh, dear gosh. Why? Why am I out of them? Missiles? Boy. Alright, so then that means I'm gonna have to start adding on more refineries soon too, huh? The answer here? Yeah, you guys are pumping them out as fast as you can. Oh, is it power? Oh. You have power. You do not. Okay, well maybe if they both have power, are fully powered. Okay, let's go see what's wrong with the power. What is going on here? Huh. Using too much power up above? Oh, no, no, no. Where? See what's going on up here. I think that means I'm really just kind of using... That doesn't quite make sense. Are you... Where are you? Okay. Okay, so that is on that list. But you have plenty of power. Guess you're not full. But I thought you shared power evenly with the blocks you were connected to. See, what if we do this? Can it work better? To be... Sure. Shove some power into you. Huh? Out of power, aren't you? That back down to 320. 320 should be plenty, though. Oh, there you go. There's... Oh, okay, so we are losing power. Would it be smarter than if I took this power from over here? Better idea? That? Really no reason why I had to be that close, right? Does seem to be giving it more power. So the other thing is we really should... That. Yeah, I think that's gonna be okay. Push that there. Better? Okay. There we go. Now we're pumping them out at full speed for what we have for capability. Question is that going to be enough? We got 7, we had 2. And they're gone. If we put them in, it pulls them out. Oh, that's turbines. Oh boy. Turbines. The missile. Pull that off of that. Oh yes. That is the missiles. Okay. Not the turbines. Actually, must mean the turbines are running low, then? Yeah, I think that means they are. See, they have a backstock, but then they're probably running low off of that. Down on the backstock, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, well, we're gonna need to get that. Good thing we caught this when we did. The good thing, because we can get this going faster by adding these 2 in. And that should fix that problem. I can't imagine we need more than that. But I don't think so. Alright. Well, I think that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you all for joining us. I had a wonderful time. Please come back again next Thursday, same time, at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be here again in the FortressCraft Evolved world, working our way towards building the orbital transmitter, which I totally expect to be able to build it next week. Whether we'll be able to fire it is another discussion, or start charging it, that's a different discussion. But it should indeed be fully built next week. And then I think the other plan will be to start working on how we're going to charge it. So we started building the turrets. The turbines. I should be able to have all the turbines completed for you. And we'll start putting in some of the batteries. We're gonna have some batteries sticking out the walls. The tier 4s. And we will pull power right off of them and feed it into here. Now, how exactly we do that yet, I'm not really sure. But that's what we'll figure out. So again, thank you for stopping by and have a good night. See ya.